8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we need to mute this. We need to come over here. Bring it over here. What is up, everybody? Hey, thanks for joining us to... We haven't... To be determined.
TBD.
Welcome back to be determined. That would actually be a pretty...
How about it should be like TGD. No. TGC. The green chairs.
No, we're not calling it. We're not calling it that. So thanks for joining us, everybody. To be determined live stream. You've got me, the Everyday Dad. I'm Gary. You've got who are you today?
Why do you always ask me that?
As
if my identity changes on a revolving basis.
Because you haven't yet decided.
I just said call me Kelly.
Okay, you're Kelly. She is the significant other.
I'm this man's wife.
She
spouse,
is my wife.
Significant other.
She is the person that
better half.
For some reason, like
soulmate.
Last week, some random person just showed up at my house and was like, "Hey, stranger, would you like to live stream with me?"
And then, you said no because you already had me.
That's true.
Oh,
well played.
That's right.
Touche. So thanks for joining us, everybody.
Right.
I see Thomas. I see Whoa Chris, Kenneth Duke, Austin Hewlett, Phil over at Photo Gear Fun, Bill Utah. Who else we got in here? Iconics, Nate's Escape, The Beardo, Moto Trucker TV.
The Beardo. It's cute.
Phil, welcome everybody. Hey, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. We definitely appreciate it. So we do this live stream. We're coming back off of a 6-month hiatus. We started last week, and we're just very excited to hang out with you guys, chill, talk about some things that I'm hoping to see out of CES this year, and some crazy camera news. Well, not crazy camera news, but like
crazy camera news.
Let's have frankness. Here's a moment of frankness.
Oh, as if you would give us anything less.
A moment of frankness. The last 24 hours has been pretty crazy with me and cameras. What would you say the last 24 hours has been with cameras?
Am I allowed to reveal?
I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, you've seen the drama play out, which is crazy.
You're that dramatic that you put it on the internet for all to see?
Well, I have to. That's the thing. I'm known as the crazy camera guy. So when crazy camera stuff happens, it's got to go.
You can't just write Dear Diary and keep it to yourself?
That's what Twitter is. Twitter is my Dear Diary.
Oh, Lord.
I'm like, Dear Diary. All these people on the internet that think I'm crazy.
Are dying to know my every internal thought on every single camera I've ever tried.
Look, it's like watching a train wreck, I assume. I assume it's like, let's laugh at the crazy guy.
You know the thing about train wrecks?
You can't look away.
Can't look away. Gotta see it.
That doesn't make it better. So what do we have set up here today? We've got, a standard peppermint coffee because somebody bought a bunch of wonderfully flavored coffee that somebody else has to choke down.
Look, I love Lidl. I hope you do too.
We've got the non-sponsor of the to be determined live stream, Diet Coke.
So you cut me off anyways, but let me just finish.
I'm sorry.
I love Lidl. Lidl had the big wintry box of coffee, so I just got it. And inside of it was some delectable delights, the gingerbread, also the peppermint. But there was a big fat loser in there. Do you recall that flavor that we had to pitch?
Oh, the amaretto?
The almond amaretto.
Oh, so bad.
It
was terrible.
It was bad, you guys. So pass on that one.
Whoa, Chris. Yeah, eclectic tastes.
Right. That's right. So anyways, welcome. Thanks for being here with us. So yeah. How about that camera that you bought?
We're not talking about that yet. If you look at the title, it's CES 2020 wish list. Then we talk about the camera craziness later.
Oh.
So if you're here, thanks. If you want to drop a like and comment, we will be taking questions. If you have a question or concern or something, you can shoot them to @WonderWife or @TheEverydayDad. It's much easier to see your questions if you do the @ because then it's like highlighted in the chat. Or if you really want your question just to go straight to the top, you can always do a super chat. So I've seen a few questions on what are we currently recording on, and we are recording thanks to I saw Whoa Chris.
Yes, thank you for your reminders.
Send out the reminder. We are currently on the Panasonic Lumix S1H. The A7 III is safely behind me, and the GH5 is safely behind that, which you will not see the other one, and we will talk more about that in a little bit. Oh, that hurts my shoulder. So CES 2020 is about to start in about what, like 24 hours?
Yeah.
No, not 20, like 12 hours.
Okay.
Because it's tomorrow.
All right, yes.
And I'm unfortunately unable to go to CES this year.
No.
I did go last year. It is last year now. So I did go last year.
Man.
A lot of fun time. I hope people there have a lot of fun. If you are going to CES or you are currently on your way to CES and this is your first time, let's talk about some dad tips. You know, I'm kind of like the internet's like. Sometimes I got to stand up on my dad's soapbox.
Okay,
and,
what do you got to say about this? As a person who has attended CES in the past, do you have tips for attendees going tomorrow?
I do very much. Hold on. We got some super chats. So we got Iconics Mods, $2. If it's not posted on Twitter, it didn't happen. Definitely. Wait, why does this keep making noise?
It's as if you aren't sure how to work electronics.
I don't know. What are these magic boxes? Iconics, I did. Thank you for letting me know, but I did post it on Twitter already. Photo Gear Fun, $5. Thanks for bringing the live stream back and the beautiful green chairs back. Photo Gear Fun. Whoa, Chris just got back into my good graces. I guess somebody's got to be.
You leave him alone. I need a fact checker. He's my fact checker.
Kenneth Duke, $2. Like the super chat. Enjoy the Coke Zero Cherry. Coke Cherry Zero. Thanks, Kenneth. Really appreciate it. So CES 2020. You're a young YouTuber or you're a young. What's the word? You're a creator. You're like some kind of content creator. Okay. You're just going for fun. Everybody will want to bring big camera rigs. I wanted to bring a big camera rig. I made a whole video about, hey, check out this big camera rig I'm bringing to CES. It's going to be great. Do you know how often I use that big camera rig? Guess. How many times?
I don't think you use it at all. I think it's in a closet. Well, or did you sell it?
I didn't sell it. I got it from, I asked B&H, hey, I'm going to CES. Can I here's all the gear I want to take. Can you let me borrow it? And they let me borrow it. But did I ever bring that camera gear out of its bag?
I'm going to guess no.
I did once. But it didn't get used for anything. I didn't end up making a video.
Did you review it or something?
No, I was. Okay. So it was the Sharp 8K camera that Dave from Kinotika and I found. And it...
oh, man.
Bill Utah, $2. I hope I'm in good standing with Ted. Bill, you're okay in my book.
You're pretty much absolved from any wrongdoing. Indefinitely.
So I brought... So long story long, don't bring a gigantic camera rig. Bring your cell phone. If you really want an Osmo Pocket or something for gimbal stuff, do that. All you're going to do is you're going to hurt your back. CES is a marathon, almost in the literal sense, because you're going to be walking
a lot
everywhere. You're going to be walking so much. I mean, I think I walked the first day I was hanging out with Aaron Zolo from Zolotech. And I think that first day before CES even started, the Sunday prior,
yes,
we walked 15 miles that day, so much. And it was good. I enjoy walking. I'm kind of a fitness guy. But you're going to be walking. Tip number 2, since you've lightened everything on your back, you got to consider your feet. And hold on one second. So random things, $5. Any plans on making a Pillar of Action shirt? Well, so
we should.
I'm currently working with a designer to kind of revamp the graphics for the channel, and that is something that I would consider. We're going to come up with a new logo, a new Everyday Dad logo.
Oh.
And I'd like to come up with some merch ideas, and the Pillars of Action is the one funny thing or cool thing that I've come up with. So yes, another long story long, yes, I would like to do it.
Yes, so be on the lookout for it.
Moto Trucker TV, $9.99. I don't understand everything you're saying, but I like the way you say it.
That's pretty much my life in a nutshell.
I'm going to let you in.
So thank you.
Are you done?
No. You always cut me off.
I'm going to let you in on a spoiler. I don't know most of what I'm saying all the time.
But you keep saying it.
And so it works out. It works out for everybody, right? Michael Coleman, CES 2021 fund, $9.99. Well, thank you so much. It wasn't. I do very much appreciate that. It was more of I just started a new job, and I didn't the first day I didn't want to show up and say, hey, I'm Gary. Can I have a week off to go on a Vegas vacation? I mean, some people are bold and would do that. I am not that bold.
Shocker.
I am not that bold. But yeah, so we're talking about, so you've lightened your back because you're not bringing a gigantic camera rig with you.
No.
Now you got to let's talk feet in a non-weird way. So your shoes are very important. So I'm a big fan. If you follow me on Twitter, you've seen me talk about these all the time. They're called Hoka 1-1 shoes. Now they're running shoes, but they've got I don't have a pair down here, but they've got that much cushion.
It's like a
on the
cloud
bottom.
at the bottom.
It's like a cloud. You wear those. I wear them running all the time, but you wear those walking. Double up.
So good.
So good. So yeah, walk around there. What else? Hand sanitizer. Hand
Wash
sanitizer.
with soap and water is best, but if you can't, get to it.
You want so much hand sanitizer on your hands that your hands ache. Because people come from all over the world. All over the world to CES. You're stuck in these little places, and everybody's touching everything. Everybody's wiping their nose and not... Oh, it's gross.
Coughing.
It is gross. So I always have hand sanitizer, and every time I shake somebody's hand... You always watch, because you know what happens? Watch Twitter, watch social media over the next 2 weeks, and you will see people get sick left and right.
Bleh.
Hand sanitizer. So it's
Bleh.
the tips of the trade, the magic tips for my 2019 were don't bring the camera gear. Even journalists, even legitimate people like from news articles or from news stations, like everybody, they use cell phone. The most cameras you're going to see are... cell phones and C100 Mark 1s. Why is the C100 Mark 1 like the most popular? I don't know. But I saw like the two cameras that I saw the most at CES last year and NAB last year was cell phones and the C100 Mark 1. So bring the cell phone. Hold on. The Grumpy Vlogger 499. I sure miss those lovely green chairs. Why do people like these so much? These
I love these chairs. These chairs are awesome.
Steve Carpenter, $10. Hey, Gary, glad to see you and your wife back live again. And have fun, be safe, take lots of emergency. That is the next. Yes, Steve. That was going to be my next thing is hand sanitizer so much that your hands hurt. And then emergency. Like I was taking a thing of emergency with breakfast, with lunch, and with dinner. I did that with both CS and NAB. Do you know who never got sick? This guy. Who's got 2 thumbs and never got sick at the big trade shows? This guy. These are my dance moves, too.
I know. I'm embarrassed that you're sharing them with the world.
Not allowed to do my dance moves.
At least not in public, but here we are.
I do this in public, too. But anytime I do this, somebody's like, put the thumbs away. But I can't, like, you just feel it, right? Like.
Ridiculous. I cannot believe we've been together for 15 years.
Ish.
We're rolling up on 15 years, you guys. He's in full-blown denial he's been so lucky.
We've only been married for 10.
Oh, and magically, just one day we met and got married.
That was it.
It wasn't any, like, roll up to it.
We walked up, and you were like, this guy's going to be insane and talk about cameras on the internet someday. I got to give me a piece of that.
Oh, my
I saw the
gosh.
look. We walked up on each other.
If I would have thought this was in our future, if you would have told me this was going to happen in our future, I would never have believed you.
You'd have been like, oh,
when we started dating, there wasn't even cameras on cell phones then. There wasn't. You actually carried around. You bought me a purse so I could take my digital camera, which was very exciting at the time.
That she never used.
Yes,
I'm sorry,
I
go
did.
ahead.
How do you think all the pictures ended up on the internet?
Go ahead.
So you had to carry your phone, which was like folded in half, and then your camera together separately. Yes, you did. And by the way, your camera was powered by batteries, like AA's.
My cameras today are powered by batteries.
But not like the chargeable ones. Like you had to bring backups.
Look, I'm gonna blow the everyday wife's or blow Kelly's mind with some newfangled technology. This is a battery.
I understand
My
about that.
cameras are powered by batteries.
I'm just saying like AA's. That's not a AA. What kind of battery is that? Tell us all about it.
This is the Z-type battery from Sony, which is one of the best things they've come up with in the last couple of years.
Let's not get carried away.
In the last couple of years. Harry Burnett, $3. Well, thank you so much, Harry. I really appreciate it. So those are the tickets, the keys to the castle for surviving your very first CES. So if you are at CES, let me know. If you are at CES, leave a comment below. Let me know. Do we have any questions? Like you're supposed to be watching for questions.
I'm trying, but instead I'm arguing with you about batteries.
Yeah, yelling about batteries. Mike, hold on. We will get back to CS in just a second. We'll take some questions. What's up, the Everyday Dad? The Everyday Dad is kind of a fitness guy. I like running. I'm a big fan of running. I used to be a big triathlete, so right before I did YouTube...
We must not have met then.
Yeah, we must not. Except it was in the last 5 years, so we definitely have been together through then.
Oh.
I've done a few. I did a half Ironman. I did some smaller triathlons. I just like running. I hate running, but I enjoy doing it. It doesn't make sense. I'm deep.
Oh.
I'm 36, and that's deep.
So deep.
Oh, it's a Reddit. It's a subreddit. It's like I'm 14, and this is deep. You don't understand the Reddit.
You're like knee deep.
You don't understand the
in
R.
the crazy world of the internet.
You don't understand. You understand the R.
I'm just like hanging out on the surface, enjoying my friends in person.
Instead of working out, what? Oh, right. I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
Wow. Wow.
You hear this? This is the new thing that the Everyday Kid and I the Everyday Kid and I are currently, we'll get back on topic in a second. The Everyday Kid and I are currently in like a battle of wits and wills with somebody.
Okay, you don't need to pretend you're not pointing at me. I see you.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, right, I guess we do have. So we've got a two monitors set up over here.
Okay, off topic. You and Everyday Kid, blah blah blah. Get to the end of that.
So we do the WoW battle with what's her face over here, because her thing is now she doesn't realize she doesn't. But anytime there's a distance, she's like wow.
I almost did.
I know you did. This has been like a week where we'll just like our son's 7, and when he'll be walking around, and when she says something, he'll go, "Wow!" It's hilarious.
Oh my word!
Check the tech Panasonic S1H Gear Fund. Sell your show to Netflix. You're the man. Keep up the good work. Well, thanks very much. I bet Netflix greenlights a lot of stuff anymore. I bet I could greenlight them on a middle-aged crazy guy that can't hold on to a camera for longer than a week at a time. That's compelling content, right? Right?
Well, here's all the folks to prove it so.
I watch it. Harry Burnett, $2. Well, thanks so much, Harry.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, my goodness. Lloyd says, he's been married longer than you've been alive, Gary.
Definitely Yep. How about live streams every week? Well, we are gonna. So we used to do a live stream every week. We're trying to get back into that now that we've got this studio space is solely built. All the gear here. Ooh, we've got a new table too. Let us know how you like the new table. I picked this up from IKEA today. I'm very excited about it because I didn't like the other table. I think it looks pretty good in this actually. It's kind of like glossy.
It looks gray.
It's greenish.
I'm aware of the color, but it presents as gray.
We can change the color. Do you want to go to the normal profile that we were on?
No, because I look like a tomato.
You did look. You did. So we've got. If you're wondering what all of this stuff is, right here. So this is my iPad that I've got sidecar to the iMac. So this is controlling the computer, and then this iPad is the camera controller for the S1H. So if we need to make any changes to anything, we can do it. But yeah, the S1H. Okay, I'm sorry, CES. So CES is happening next week. What's one thing that you hope? It could be anything. CES is just a consumer electronics show. Could be anything. Could be some kind of magical flying car. What are you hoping comes out of the next week? What do you hope gets announced?
Way to put me on the spot.
It's almost like we didn't talk about this before the stream
No, you
went
mentioned
live.
about CES, but what do I want to see?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do like the thought of flying cars, but I don't know about all the pieces and parts of that. So, I don't know. Most of the things that I enjoy are electronic. Some of the things I'd like to buy that have already been out from CES are like the robots and the vacuums and stuff like this. Honestly, the most exciting thing electronically that's coming in my life very soon will be a new car. So, yay for that. Is it going to be a Tesla? No.
I was looking at Teslas today.
But no. I'm looking at Subaru, so shout out to Doug for sending that my way. So thank you. Back to you. Tell us about CES. What are you thinking about?
Jaime Ibanez, $4.99. You helped me pull the trigger on getting the GH5. Thank you. Well, thank you. Hold on here. We'll GH5 club. Type GH5 in the chat if you've got a GH5. There you go. It's my boy. It's my boy Greg. The GH5.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, no. GH5s are my favorite. So what am I hoping? So there's two main things that I'm hoping. I don't think anything. CES is not necessarily a camera. It's not necessarily a camera expo, but I would very much like to see, Sony. This is the A7 III. This is my current stills camera. If you like, all of my thumbnails are taken with this. I really enjoy this because it's got dynamic range for days. You can be a terrible photographer and be fine and get really usable images because it's great. What I would like to see is the ever popular, the unicorn of the camera sphere for like 2 years now.
What is this?
It's the A7S III.
Oh.
So
I was like,
okay.
you had the A7 III.
Okay, hold on. So there's
right?
So Sony's full frame line. There's the A straight line, like the A just regular camera line.
Okay.
There's the AR line, which is the resolution for photography. So there's the A7R4 is that top of the line.
Okay.
There's the A9, which is like their sports photography camera. And then there's the A7S line, which is sensitivity, which means it's really good in low light, which has turned into being like the filmmaker's camera. And we've been waiting for like 2 years now for the A7S III.
So you're hoping it comes out?
That's what I would like to hear. I mean, I just bought a new full frame camera that's for filmmaking, so I don't necessarily need a new one. But of the things that I would like to hear, if Sony could release the A7S III and it has the new color science from the FX9, the Cinetone, like the Venice color, with good autofocus and some kind of flip screen, I'd buy one.
All right.
Do I need it? No, but I'd buy one. Technically speaking, hey, I saw you show up. What's up, man? What's up, Scott? I think I saw Lover of Tech here. What's up?
Here, how about this? Here's a question. RJ was asking this.
Send it.
This person says, I'm shooting my first short film in 2 weeks. Got any advice for things to do or not do?
I'm not really a filmmaker. I would just, I don't know. Like I'm not a very good person to ask that, but I would just say make sure your batteries are charged and your recording media is always ready to go, and that your sensor and your lenses are clean. That's the best that I could do.
All right, great advice. Wow, you're so smart.
I'm the best. I'm the best. Never gonna bring you down. You're the best. Bringing out the thumbs.
15 years of this, you guys. 15.
51 Drones got the jokes. $20 for shipping costs, whatever you return next. Thank you very much. Gotta dig that in. See, it's funny.
There you
but it's true. Like,
same humor. Same.
Like, the problem is, and so I like to think of myself as having a pretty good nature. I'm a pretty good natured person.
Okay.
And so if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh with? So I've kind of just
I'll just laugh at you for
Thank you. And I'm sure a lot of people like Russ are they enjoy the show. So
I love it.
It's been a funny, like, you just kind of gotta I should have saved this and put this on there. So I tweeted today was we'll get back on topic in a second, but today was kind of awesome. I ordered my YouTube silver play button today.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I was able to order my plaque for 100,000 subscribers, and it was so funny. I don't know if he's here or not. But I'm Patrick. We talk about him every live stream. It seems
Patrick Tomaso.
But I tweeted that out, and he was like, you know what? To stay on brand, you need to return it.
Oh. Yeah, you should be like, nah, it's still working out. I really want to love it, but it doesn't have this, and this. So
I saw that tweet, and I laughed so hard because you just gotta embrace.
He's like your brother from another mother.
You just gotta embrace. We're all weird in some ways.
Not me.
You just gotta embrace it and laugh at it. I mean, I laughed so hard at that.
Gosh.
I laughed so hard at that.
People are asking, how much does the plaque cost?
I mean, it doesn't cost anything. So the way that works, you hit 100,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers or whatever. And then YouTube sends you an email saying, hey, congratulations, you hit blank thing. Here's your redeeming code for your award.
Oh,
so they have like a website that you click on, you enter the code, and it's like, okay, you redeemed the code for this level, and just make sure that your channel name is spelled correctly, and then you put in your address, and then they ship it out to you. So I did the email today. They said it should be here in about 2 to 3 weeks. So I've been waiting for that to do like the 100,000 video.
Oh.
Because I didn't want to do 2.
Okay. I
just want to do 1. So I had been meaning to do a big thank you to everybody, like legitimate video. I've just been waiting for that to happen. And I think who tweeted me today and gave me the idea for it, I'm going to do, because it seems like no matter what I get, I always do a versus GH5 video. So I think I'm going to do
the plaque.
I think I'm going to do I think I'm going to do the YouTube silver play button versus the Panasonic Lumix GH5.
Like, which one brings me more happiness? Which one has more specs?
It's gonna be like, which one has the better autofocus? Well, this one is always in focus, so technically...
The glass on this one's a little weak.
Yeah, technically you could consider this to have some kind of phase detection autofocus because it's always in focus.
Oh, Lord.
So yes, I'm very excited.
Just wait for it.
I'm very excited. Be prepared for that in the next couple of weeks.
Oh man.
Larry Tonnery, 199. I literally love this channel. Well, thanks so much. How about the M50? The M50 is a great camera. I am a big fan of it.
You've owned it.
I've owned it a few times. Go figure.
Welcome to the channel.
So I like it. It's very small. If you've never held one, like, it's shockingly small as a camera. It's got an APS-C sensor. I think it's better value now than it was when... I think it's better value now than when I owned one, because Sigma came out with their prime lenses that you can put on the EFM line, and those prime lenses are amazing. Like, most of the reason to buy one of those Sony APS-C cameras are those Sigma primes, and now that you can get those Sigma primes on the Canon EFM, it's insanely better. Insanely better.
Okay.
Boom.
Well, how about that?
Boom.
It's so informative.
Sled Boss Productions, Panasonic 10 to 25 1.7 versus the Sigma 18 to 35 1.8. Anything over the Sigma 18 to 35 1.8. I think that is the most overrated lens on the market. I've owned that lens
40 times. You don't have to count.
Probably 6 or 7 times. Like, within the last 12 hours I've owned that lens. And every time I get it, I just cannot... I just don't like it. I do not like that lens. It's big, it's heavy. I know people say it's sharp. I've always had problems with sharpness. I've had problems with focus. It focuses so loud. I cannot tolerate that lens. But I really like the 10 to 25 1.7. It's very expensive.
Wow.
If it ever drops in price to like $1,400, I'd probably buy another one. But it's probably the best lens that you can get for Micro Four Thirds. Okay.
Daniel asked, "Are we gonna?"
One more question, then we're gonna get back on topic. Go ahead.
We'll see about that.
Send it.
Daniel Baldry's asking, "Are we gonna fly some drones now that we've moved? Are we in an area we can fly drones?"
I
kind of like to.
Well, so the thing is, it's been almost 2 years since I've flown drones. I would need Russ to stop making jokes, and maybe give me an update on the laws.
No, keep up with your jokes.
And maybe give me an update on some laws. I saw he has a video that's doing really well right now about the new laws.
Yes.
But I have not kept up. I know my Part 107 has lapsed. So
you have to renew it or retest, or
I'd have to talk to my buddy out there with the jokes and find out what the new laws are, because I don't know. I don't know the new laws. And I would hate to... The thing, like, drones have always, like, fascinated me. I really enjoy them. I like the perspective they give. But there's just something... Like, if my cell phone glitches, right, I drop the call. If a drone glitches, falls out of the sky, or does something...
Does it happen often?
It doesn't happen often, but...
Oh.
So if you look at a risk matrix, right? So let's talk about risk. Life is accepting risk.
Uh-oh.
And if you look at a risk matrix, there's always like risk goes up the more probable it is, or the more catastrophic the damage.
Okay.
And drones may have low frequency of it, but the catastrophic makes me nervous. Rick Halbert, $20. Keep up the great work on the channel. Well, thanks so much,
thank
Rick.
you,
We
Rick.
really appreciate it.
So,
Thank you
Daniel,
so
maybe
much.
you'll see a drone video
Maybe.
in the future.
Long story long, maybe. Okay, so back on topic. So CES is happening. We talked about the A7S III.
Yeah.
What is something else I would like to see?
The
successor to my beloved Greg here. Or what's a better name?
I don't know. It's really weird how you just named that random.
Would it be better with a girl's name?
Perhaps. But I don't know.
What's a G?
Gertrude?
Gertrude, the
Gertie.
GH5. So what I would like to see is Panasonic announce the update to the GH5. The GH5 is now almost 3 years old.
Okay.
Right? It came out in 2017.
It is? Wow.
I would like to see the GH6. What would I like to see out of the GH6 if it were to come out?
Unicorns.
No. There's what? There's a few major things, because it's hard to improve upon this for the body size that it is. I'd like phase detection autofocus, which is not going to happen because Panasonic are stubborn people. They're just stubborn, which is so frustrating. I'd like the color science from the S1H, because the S1H is the best colors I've ever seen on a camera. And maybe the low light performance of the GH5S and the 240 frames per second slow motion of the GH5S. That's really it. It's hard to improve upon this camera, because even today, cameras are released that can't match this for recording capabilities. But the S1H, if it could have the color science of the S1H, it would be good. Like, the S1H has the best colors I've ever seen in my life. In my life. It's great.
Hey, so here's a funny quick story for you.
Send it.
So all the time you've been talking about phase detection, I thought it was face detection. And I see
You thought that, or-
Phil's in here saying phase detection, like as in like phases and stages, and
Yes.
I thought the whole time it was face detection.
Well, there's both, right? So there is face
Well,
detection.
I didn't say you have to talk about it.
Oh.
I just wanted to say.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Don't do that
We'll
to
put
us.
we'll put GH5 right back there.
Okay.
Gertrude gets the front seat.
Dirty.
But she's
Dirty
not,
Gertie.
Is she not lit up very well?
She's fine.
No,
she
she's
doesn't
not.
need a
She
spotlight.
has a place of honor.
Jesus, Louisa. Just move her back.
Don't curse in the stream.
I said Jesus. Like Geezus. Not like the person. Is it lit up? I don't know. What are you doing?
We're doing this right if we're gonna do it at all.
15 years, you guys.
Is that right?
It's, I don't know. I'm looking around, but I don't know which of these screens is going to be accurate. Hey, Kelly! Ready, set, drones in the house.
Hooray! There we go. That's better. There we go. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do it right. Now everybody can see it. Ready, set, drone. Hey, what's up, man? Kelly, thanks for joining us. I gotta say,
I just said that.
I wear that shirt all of the time.
Oh, the Ready, Set, Drone shirt.
It's the most comfortable shirt
Yeah.
I've ever had. Okay, so we talked about Sony, Panasonic. I don't think Apple goes to CES, but I'd like to see a new iPad Pro line come out.
Well, Chris says Dirty Gertie's out of focus.
Chris, you just... Chris, like... I know, I can't have all... It's a full frame camera, Chris. I can't have everything be in focus.
Choose Gertie or your wife. Pick one.
Well, I picked you.
Very smart.
Because I can't legally marry the GH5.
And one of us can murder you. But okay. Drink up. This is the Last Supper. Crack it open. Ask me how I tolerate it.
So good. Gotta shake the hair.
I'm going to push the camera on the ground.
You gonna sleep outside tonight? I can cancel this stream at any moment.
No, you
Pineapple.
can't.
Pineapple.
That doesn't mean anything to anyone because they see this. They know what's going on here. You lit up an inanimate object.
I lit you up first. Look at what is this light? Well, I can turn your light off.
Oh! You turn that back on.
I also had another hat, waiting for her to move. Now you messed up the audio.
I'll get them. Don't worry.
No, you're messing
Wasn't
up the
there a
audio.
time when we did Wet Willies? Wasn't there? Ooh.
So do we have any other questions
Did you
before
see
we
those
move on to
eyeballs
the? Do
at
we have any other
me?
questions before we move on to the next?
Yes, of course we had questions. Rick Halber had a question.
What's up?
He was
What's up, Enthusiasm Project?
asking- Where was it? Something about cameras. Sure was. Was definitely asking about cameras. Something about something. Sorry, Rick, I'm looking.
Bill
You're in
Utah,
here.
of course I've
What's
got
your
another hat on
option
standby.
on the RX-10, yay or nay?
The RX-10, that's the full frame with the fixed lens, right? I've never used one. I know Sony's older, like their older color science, I'm not a big fan of. Anything that was before the A7 III line, I'm not a big fan of. Daniel Baldry, 3099, here's the CS 2021. Would love to join you there too. That is the plan for me anyway. 51 Drones Russ, please give Gary some tips on the US FAA rules. Love 51 Drones too. Well, thanks so much, Daniel. Yeah, I am hoping to make it to
Daniel.
I'm hoping to make it to NAB this year. I'm hoping to make it to CES next year and so forth. CES is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Devic Media, I do not do freelance photography. I am strictly a YouTuber. What?
Nothing.
Can I have my hat back?
No.
Mike DY2, what did I do with the Nikon Z6? I don't have the Z6 anymore. Nikon let me borrow one for like 6 months. Like I had that Z6 for a long time. I like the Z6 body more than I like the A7 III. The lenses just aren't there. Like this Tamron 17 to 28 is one of my favorite lenses of all time. It's only on the E mount. So there we go. Ready, set, drone, $20. Hey Ted and Mrs. Ted, good to see you guys. I'm 100% on the Panasonic GH5 train. Yes, I just got the 25mm 1.7 prime. This guy. It's a great lens.
It's so little.
Very excited about what it can do. This is a 50mm equivalent lens.
Okay.
It's
All
amazing.
right. How about that?
It is amazing. I would also recommend, if you like the 35mm equivalent, the Sigma 16mm 1.4. And if you're looking for more of a vlogging type lens, the 8 to 18.
Well, how about that?
16 to 35 equivalent.
It's just so amazing. I don't know how you could have picked me over this camera.
Well, the camera wasn't out when we
Gosh.
first started dating. Larry Tanneroy, $4.99. Would you recommend a hybrid or the XA50 for run and gun news and interview channel? I'm torn between the two and want to finally start a channel. Like how run and gun? Like when you say run and gun, do you mean like what I do, where I like kind of talk to a camera and then I'm out and about a little bit, or do you mean like actually going out on the town, like trying to get stories? Because if you're trying to like
That's
go
what
out
it
and
sounds like.
if you're
Run
trying to
and
go out and
gun,
like get stories, I would probably say the XA50. You're not gonna have to worry about focus as much because the autofocus is great. 1-inch sensors have a much deeper depth of field. You got built-in ND, you got built-in audio with their XLRs. That's where I would go. As much as I like hybrid cameras, they have very big sensors, which unless you get a Canon or a Sony, the autofocus is gonna be something you're gonna have to struggle with.
All right.
I've just been drinking the non-sponsor of the Everyday Dad.
Did you order the Peter McKinnon bag? Mark wants to know.
What's that?
I don't know.
I did not order any bags. I just still have my gross.
Gross. Yeah, right.
I got this from Best Buy like 2 years ago.
What is it? The Love Pro?
The Low Pro.
Low Pro.
Something or other. I've had this for so long.
It's nice though. Lots of good features. Great economic choice.
I got
Easily
this at Best Buy for,
accessible.
I don't like it that much, but I'm just too lazy to buy something else.
Oh, wow. Good thing
Wow. See? You walked right into that one. But yeah, no, I do not have the Peter McKinnon bag. I'll spend boatloads of money on the actual camera bodies, but when it comes to like the ancillary gear, I don't like this light. LumeCube gave me this light. The tripod that the S1H is currently on is not nearly as expensive or as stable as it
People are
probably
getting
should
grouchy because the camera is not in focus.
be. You want the camera to be in
back?
focus?
Can you put it like right here?
Not by you.
Why not?
Because I will put it right there. There.
Okay. She's a goner.
I'll just buy another one.
Okay, well, let me move my drink. There you go. Mark Attardo, I saw what you said.
What did he say?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Was it to buy more stuff?
Is the camera in focus now? Everybody that asked for it to be in
It looks
focus.
a little bit. I can see the focus peaking. What's up, Travis? I can't see. Where's Mark Attardo's
Masami,
comment?
thank you.
Where's Mark Attardo's comment? I can't see
Don't worry about it. It's gone.
I can't see it. Mark, say it again. I can't see it.
Eric P wants to know, I'm dying.
All right, we'll turn off the light.
Why? I think it was finally in focus.
It can just sit with me.
Oh, do you feel a little bit of shame?
No, you can just sit with me.
Okay. Fine then. Okay.
I haven't worn this hat in a while. It's kind of scratching my head. What else do we have? Do we have any other questions before we go on to the next?
Can you try to cover cinematography sometime, please?
Well, I'm not really a cinematographer.
But you've owned cinematography cameras.
Yeah, but that doesn't... So cinematographer... I think a lot of people use that term, and cinematographer is a very specific, like there's the American Cinematographer Society. Like those are cinematographers. I think there's a lot of videographers, like in the YouTube sphere. I don't really consider myself one. I just like cameras. I like talking about them. I like trying to explain like how somebody could use these cameras to make their own online content. But I never really considered myself like a filmmaker or a videographer. There are plenty of other people that you can watch that are excellent at that. Like lots of people. I can't like we can link some in the chat. I forget, but
Okay.
it's great. Bob Lennox Olson. Hey buddy, I'm poor but want to see my name. Hey, thank you so much, Bob. I really appreciate it.
Kelly's asking, what are you guys using for the mic? What is this?
This is the Audio Technica AT875R. It's like the budget Audio Technica mic, but it's so good I haven't seen a reason to upgrade. I've considered it, but I just have. It's probably the best budget microphone you can get. It's plugged straight into my the S1H. We've got the DMW XLR1 attachment, which also works on the GH5, and it gives you two phantom powered XLR inputs on a on the GH5, the GH5S, the S1, the S1R, and the S1H.
And it's on a Manfrotto.
Just on a cheap tripod. This is not my preferred audio solution, but this is what I got because
This is what we're using.
we just kind of started this up
Last week.
Yeah, last week we just kind of hopped back into it. So the table's new this week, which I'm very excited about, and we're working on it. So we've talked about CES. Let's talk about camera craziness. We've kind of touched around it. So
Camera craziness.
the last 48 hours.
Which one? Which camera?
The last 48 hours have been pretty crazy with camera stuff. So
Okay.
I decided.
Don't hold us in suspense.
So I'm always looking for ways to smooth out my workflow, right? So
Oh, okay.
how do you smooth out your workflow? Good color straight out of camera.
Okay.
Autofocus you don't have to mess with.
Of course.
Good audio that you don't have to mess with.
Can't help but have it.
Like all of that. Like that's important. So I was like,
Oh, yes.
what camera does all that?
The GH5.
It does not have good autofocus.
The Lumix whateverness.
Does not have good autofocus.
The Panasonic G75 1000.
The Canon C200.
I don't know what these cameras
So
are.
I saw a really good deal on a used C200, which is a very expensive camera. Too expensive for me to probably have bought. So I decided, I was like, you know what? We're going to invest in the everyday dad in 2020. I'm going to buy this. It's got built-in ND. It's got built-in XLR. Let's go for it. I bought it. Within 24 hours, it was on its way back to the place I bought it because it just...
But not without some drama.
Not without some drama with somebody yelling at me.
No, it wasn't. No. I did not yell. You act like I'm some Cruella de Vil over here. Like just...
No.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm going to get you later. Look, you guys. So he's like, look at this camera. Look at all the specs. Look at how amazing it is. Look, I'm holding it. Look, I'm holding it this way. Look, I'm looking at it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I don't like it. Shocker alert. That never has happened before. Holy cannoli. And then it was the whole like process of boxing it up. This time here is done. We've got to wrap back in the box. Your good is gone. See you later. Expensive camera. Who's next? See, it's just the same old, same old. So I don't know why you're acting like, oh my goodness. I'm like, oh no, not this.
I spent hours yesterday at this.
It's been on repeat a long time, you guys.
I spent hours yesterday shooting video, grading it, trying to get it to look right. And I was like, man, I really want this camera to work because the autofocus is great. Okay. The C-Log is super easy to work with. Mm-hmm. Well, it should be. The problem is that I couldn't get, like the way my background works, I couldn't get the skin tones to work at the same time as the background.
The skin tones, you guys.
The background was just like, it had like a rendering problem with the light in the background, so it just would not work. And because the codec is only 8-bit, it didn't work, and so I had to give it back, and I was sad. So we are now with the S1H. It's
in a better place, you guys.
Larry Tanneroid, 199. Is the 90D being underrated? It's that or the XA50? Well, again, it depends on if you're trying to run and gun. I would say the XA50. And the XA50, it's got ND, it's got XLR inputs, and it's got stabilization. Whereas the 90D, I think, is a fine camera, but I wouldn't use it for like run and gun stuff because it has 3.5 millimeter audio, but what?
Phil, I was in band, just so you know. Okay.
Mark Attardo, I've tried too. Basil Tiffany, $2. How's the battery life on the S1H? It's fantastic.
Did you just say Tiffany?
Is that not how I say it?
It's Tiffany.
Tiffany? Well, I don't know. But, oh, excuse me. The battery life's fantastic, but what's also nice is unlike the GH5, you can plug it in. So right now, with the USB-C cable that comes with it, you can plug it straight into the camera to power it. It's being powered while it's plugged in, so we don't really have to worry about the battery life, which is nice. The GH5 does not do that. You have to buy a dummy battery for it. What is up? Yeah, Mark, I've tried 2 C200s. I bought a C200 about a year and a half ago, and it was like at the time it was too much camera. I didn't really understand grading. I didn't really understand like how to use such a beefy camera, so I wasted a lot of time and energy on it where the footage did not look good for me. And then here I understand much more about grading. The problem is the S1H is the best colors I've ever seen, and now I don't know that I could go to anything else. I don't know that I could use anything else. I would very much like to try a Sony FX9 though. It's a very reasonably priced. It's like a $500 budget camera.
Okay. I sense some fibbing there, but okay.
It's FX9. Like, how expensive could it be? It's a 9. It's not like an 11. It's like, it's cheap FX. Like, it sounds like cheap. Cheap X. Cheap X. Cheap X9. Jake Ledger, can the updates in the S1H make the autofocus usable? Actually, what's weird is the autofocus has been pretty good for me. It's the only problem I've had with the S1H's autofocus so far is not continuous video autofocus. It's like single shot, like the initial acquisition autofocus. Sometimes it's like, hey, I want you to focus on this microphone, but it doesn't stop them. It goes too far, it comes back too far, and it's kind of a pain. But once it's locked in, like continuous video autofocus, I haven't had a problem with.
It is Tiffany, I told you.
What? Wait.
The way you pronounce the name, it's Tiffany.
Okay.
Thank you.
But I very much like it. Chris, you're just banned.
Is
Chris.
that real?
What? No, I said $500. Who are you going to believe?
Chris.
Who are you going to believe? Chris?
He told the truth last week.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure he did.
See, you don't know, so who are you going to trust? Who are you going to trust? What?
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, Doc says that $500 is more like a down payment.
It's like a monthly payment. It's like a monthly payment.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Yep.
You know. You think you could trust somebody.
Me? You can trust me.
Right.
You trust me with cameras, right?
How many of them have you dropped?
Not
all of them.
So I did drop the S1H pretty hard against the table that used to be in here. I tripped like 3 days ago and like dropped it on the table. So also the S1H is robust because I seriously dropped it.
Is robust? Don't you mean like rugged?
Yeah, robust, rugged.
Or I thought
potato,
robust was like how you describe a pasta sauce.
I mean, it could be used in several different ways. Several
Flavorful.
different ways. Several different ways.
Okay.
So yeah, that would be. I've considered that, but they're all sold out right now.
Oh no, not that.
I know. Let's see if one's in stock. I'm not opposed to buying stuff on stream.
Put it away.
BH.
What is going on?
FX9.
What is going on?
Nope, they're still sold out, unfortunately. Unfortunately. What else? We got any other questions?
Yes, we do. What are your thoughts on the built-in mic on the G1X MK3i?
The what?
I don't know.
Can you show me?
Yeah, Alex on the mountain right here. What are your thoughts on the built-in mic of the G1X? I'm probably saying it wrong. Is it like MK3i? This one.
G1X Mark III? I don't know. I've never used it.
Sorry, I don't know. I clearly know all the cameras.
I have not used it. But yeah, so the FX9 is something that I would consider if I was going to try out another cinema camera. But I think I'm kind of cinema camera'd out at this point. Like the GH5 is, like I said, I've talked about it before. It's my favorite camera. I don't see the dollars like in the editing suite when I do it. Any other questions?
Jake Ledger asks, can the updates on the S1H make the autofocus usable?
Oh, I think I already answered that one.
You did? Sorry.
I did.
Okay. All right, let's see.
Jake Ledger, budget lens for the S1H. I mean, it's kind of... The problem with the S1 line is that budget and S1H, it doesn't really... You can't really tie the two together. Like, I currently am using, like, probably the cheapest zoom lens that you're going to get, and that's the 24-105. And even that's, like, pretty pricey. It is pretty pricey. Cogmission 1, $5. Well, thanks so much. Are you going to get cage-free S1H? I suggest the 8 sin will make your beautiful wife very jealous. I don't. I don't like cages anymore. I used to be a big fan of...
You had a lot of cages.
I had a lot. Every camera I got, I would put a cage on it.
Yeah.
And
then the dead cat thing.
Well, the dead cat's for the microphones. I still use those. That's
yeah,
not
but isn't that what a cage
cat.
Is for?
No, the cage like lets you put stuff on it.
Like what would you like the slidey thingy? The thingy that's
no, like if you want to put a monitor on it, if you want to put like an external light or an audio solution. But I don't really like cages. I want my cameras to be free, like to breathe and be free. So it just didn't. I stopped using them.
Okay.
I haven't used a cage in a while. I want as little stuff on my camera as possible. So yeah. No.
Well, okay.
I probably won't. And the darn S1H is so big anyway. Like it is like the older I get, the more I want smaller cameras because they're easier to carry around. And the S1H is like just a big beast of a camera.
All right.
Big beast of a camera.
How about that?
Well, what else do we got? Gene Giles, what camera brand do I think is the easiest to learn and use? Canon. Great autofocus, decent colors out of camera. Menu systems, touchscreen. It's just like using a phone. Very easy to learn and use.
How about that? That's awesome.
What's up, Nick Pixel TV?
Hey, Coach.
What's up, Coach?
Oh my goodness, babe. So, are we just going till 10? Because we're rolling up on it.
Oh yeah, dang, we are going to. We'll do 15 more minutes, I guess.
LeBaron, thank you.
LeBaron Burton, $10. Enjoy your content. Keep it coming. Well, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. You've
been keeping it coming for like 3 years.
Almost 3 years now, right? About, I think, 26 January will be 3 years.
Man. You can remember that, but when's our anniversary?
October 31st, 2009.
No, that's our wedding anniversary.
That is our anniversary.
When did we start dating?
That is our anniversary.
People, please tell him that it counts before you get married, too.
JD Jaramillo, GH5 versus GH5S. I don't like the GH5S.
You don't.
It doesn't have the stabilization, and the colors veer way red. Like,
ooh.
I know some people like the color science of the GH5S better than the GH5. It's too red for me.
Too much.
Too much. So I like the colors out of the GH5, but I love the colors out of the S1H. It's too expensive.
Hey.
I don't recommend the S1H to like other content creators just because it's fairly expensive.
There was a question about the S1H from Jake. What do you think will differentiate the GH6 from the S1H?
The sensor size. The sensor size and the lens mount. But they're probably going to have to hold stuff back from the GH line now that the S1 and the S1H exist. Because the S1, you know, it's weird. Panasonic does do a good job of not holding things back. Because the S1, you can get about 80% of what the S1H can do for almost half the cost with the S1 and the new Filmmaker firmware.
Okay. Wow.
But you don't get the flip screen.
Bummer.
You don't get the flip screen, and you don't get the what else? There's a couple things that you don't get. The flip screen I really like because like you can set it in certain modes to see like. There's a very useful like mode that you can see everything, kind of like like how their Varicam looks. I really like it. Unbox everything 40. I don't know what that is. Panasonic GH5 or 90D, which is best? The GH5 is the best, but if you need good autofocus, like good reliable autofocus, go with the 90D. I really do like the 90D, but for there is no camera better than the GH5, even the S1H. If I could only have one of these two, it would be the GH5, just because like this you can take anywhere. It's basically like a portable video studio. The S1H, I don't think I'll be taking very many places with me because it's a big brick O camera. Brick O camera, but the GH5, I love this thing.
Okay, people are asking for a quick review on our lighting and recording. Just tell them
just what we're doing?
Yeah, just tell them what we got.
Okay, so we are currently like I've said, the main camera is the Lumix S1H.
What lens?
The 24 to 105 f4, the kit lens, so to speak, even though it doesn't come with a kit lens. I bought it used on Amazon.
There you go, Dak.
The audio is being recorded with the Panasonic DMW XLR1, which is just like a little thing that goes into the hot shoe mount. And
oh, bless you.
Did you do this just for that?
No, I was waiting for it, though.
Did Chris put you up to this?
Yes, he did.
Chris!
Whoa, Chris. Gotcha. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, so the microphone is the Audio-Technica AT875R, which is just plugged into the DMW XLR1. So everything's being recorded in camera. For the lights, I've got the Falconize 18, or the RX18, the cheap one on Amazon, is right here for this light. This is the I don't remember, but if you watch Caleb Pike's video on the all-in-one desk setup for YouTube, that's the light that he talks about. These are two disgusting chairs. They're hanging from, the lights are on two Amazon Basic boom poles. This table's from IKEA. We are streaming through my iMac Pro.
OBS.
We're using OBS. I'm controlling the iMac Pro with this basic iPad, 2019 iPad, through Sidecar, and that is everything. That is everything. Oh, and I'm controlling the camera with this iPad mini. I haven't had to control it, but I'm monitoring, like, this has all the camera settings on it, so I can see what's in focus, I can see the peaking, I can see the audio levels, all that stuff.
Perfect.
Mic drop.
Oh, tempting.
Boom. That's what we got.
All right.
That is
well,
what
cool.
we got. Well, we'll take two more questions, and then I think we will call it for the evening.
All right, Bob wants to know, have you tried the Panasonic AG-UX90?
That sounds fancy. No, I've not tried it.
Not yet.
I've only, well, if it's, so Panasonic makes a lot of, like they're called ENG kind of cameras that are like for news people or stuff like that. I don't really, I'm a hybrid, maybe a cinema camera guy, just for YouTube stuff, so I've never had a need for like a shoulder-mounted camera like that. So no, I have never
All right, quick drone question from Eric. He wants to know if he should pick up a drone now or wait for the new one coming out immediately after. Like, so
I never recommend waiting, because if you wait for the next hotness, you're just gonna be waiting forever. Because there's always something new coming out like in the next couple of months. So if you wait, you're just never. You could buy something now, get some use and some enjoyment out of it, and then sell it and upgrade later. That's one of us does that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I never recommend waiting, because you could always like, so even on like, I think I just said like 5 times
in a
minute.
Sure did.
So it doesn't matter, like, I just said it again. It doesn't matter the application. Man, it's messing me up now. I say you should just start. Don't wait, just start. As long as your budget can afford it.
Like today. You should start like today.
Basil Tiffany, Panasonic makes the Eva 1, which
Tiffany.
is... Tiffany.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Tiffany, Panasonic makes the Eva 1, which is kind of similar. Larry Tannery, $1.99. You guys rock. Best couple and best channel ever. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We do enjoy this.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. This is just so much fun for us. It was nice to take a little break but it's great to be back.
It is. We do very much enjoy these streams.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
we need a tally, you guys.
in addition to what Iris is saying, yes, they have the EVA 1. They also have their VariCam line, which is like the next higher up. And the S1H has the color signs from the VariCam line.
Well, how about that?
It is the best.
A-okay. Have you tried the adjustment layer plugin? I recommended the Sled Boss Production.
I haven't yet.
Not yet.
I do want to try out like adjustment layers more, but I kind of brute force my edits. I'm not very subtle.
Oh.
Editing's the thing that I like least about video production. I hate it. I hate editing.
You're so good at it. You're so quick.
I'm not good. It's just, like I said,
No, I've seen you do it. It's fast.
I brute force it. It's not... I mean, I've tried to hire an editor twice now. Just because I hate editing so much.
I know, but...
So much.
It's fine.
Marianne, I am Austin, but phone-wise, Apple or Android?
Are you kidding me? That's Marianne.
Marianne, I'm an Apple. Apple, I mean, come on, Apple.
I
I've got 2 iPads in front of me.
People whose names he's butchered.
There's 3 iPads on this table.
Clearly doesn't get out enough.
There's 3 iPads on this table.
Marianne.
She's wearing an Apple Watch. There's an iPhone here. There's an iPhone over there. There's a Mac. There's an iMac.
We have a lot of Mac stuff.
Doc Murdoch, what lens would work on the Canon M3? Probably like the EFM lens. Like I was saying, if you wanted to live stream, I would probably recommend that Sigma 16mm. It'd be like a 28-ish equivalent on a Canon EFM line. Fuji X-T3 or F-Log on Fuji Eterna. I always used Eterna. When I used the X-T3, I would use Eterna. Eterna's amazing. Bill Utah, I'm here for you, buddy. I like Eterna. I'm a big fan.
Mr. Abs wants to know Hero 7 Black, Hero 8 Black, or
Hero
Osmo
8 Black.
Action.
Oh. Well, it depends. Do you want a camera to do action, or do you want a camera to do, like, vlogging stuff? If you want a camera for, like, vlogging stuff, the Hero 8 has the best colors ever. But the non-removable lens cover is kind of a deal breaker if you're going to use it for action. Then I would go with the GoPro Hero 7.
So, not the Osmo.
The Osmo, I don't know. I like the Osmo. It's not terrible. It's over there. But the colors, the more I use it, the colors are just like, they're action camera colors. Like the problem with action cameras now is the GoPro Hero 8 came out.
Okay.
And its colors do not look like action camera colors. They look like legitimate camera colors. They look amazing. And so anytime I look at any other action camera now, I'm like, ugh.
Oh, wow.
I look at it like these
Very
green
theatric.
chairs.
I love
Tanuki
these
109,
chairs.
199, awesome channel for video recording, AX53 or M50. Depends, do you want a bigger sensor?
I vote M50.
Depends. The AX53 does 4K, but built-in zoom. I don't think it has XLR. It doesn't have XLR. I don't think it has ND. I don't think it has the phase detection autofocus. The M50 will not look as sharp. Well, it probably will look as sharp. If you want 4K, go with the AX53. If you want 1080p, go with the M50. Okay, I think we're gonna call it there.
You think?
Yeah, I think it's about that time. So thanks everybody for joining us for To Be Determined. We will come up with a much better name recently.
Yeah, send your thoughts to your Twitter. What's your Twitter?
At
I don't follow it.
At _ Everyday Dad. If you want to shoot me some ideas for the name of the live stream. If you want to watch this in its entirety, it will be uploaded tomorrow to TED Live, which is exciting. I did hit record.
It's a separate channel.
I did hit record at the beginning.
Thank you.
That you may think that that's not that big of a deal, but I screw it up.
Yeah,
all the time.
Cardoso Media, and then we saw
I
Will
screw it up all the
Chris
time.
throwing it out there for us.
But
so.
hey, thanks everybody. We will catch you next week.
Yes.
And have a great one.
Yeah, I hope you're all having a great new year. Lots of new beginnings, lots of great things to come. I'm sure you'll be chatting about CES all this week with everybody, so that'll be just great. Don't forget to brush and floss your teeth, everybody.
All right, have a great evening, everybody.
And
We'll
have
see
a
you
great
next week.
evening.